All right, let's talk about the big one, the centerpiece of pretty much every holiday table, the turkey. Today, we're not just gonna cook it, we're gonna absolutely perfect it, and we're doing it with a little help from the one and only Gordon Ramsay. Let's dive in.
Okay, picture this. The whole family's coming over, the pressure's on, and everyone's looking at you to deliver the main event. So what's that one thing, that one culinary nightmare that keeps so many of us awake at night during the holidays?
Ugh, we've all been there, right? It looks absolutely gorgeous coming out of the oven, but the moment you slice into it, disaster. It's dry, it's chalky, it's bland. It's the whole reason people drown their turkey in gravy. But why does this happen so often? And here's where Gordon Ramsay just cuts right to the chase. A turkey is super lean. It has almost no fat to protect it from the heat of the oven. So it's not enough to just cook it. We have to actively help it, to guide it so it stays moist and delicious. And that, my friends, is where the secrets begin.
So what's his first move? It's all about creating a shield, a delicious, flavorful shield of butter that goes right where it's needed most. We're not just slathering it on top, no. We are creating an internal butter barrier. This is your first line of defense. And we're not just talking about a stick of butter here, no. This is like a flavor bomb. You've got the bright, zesty lemon, the fresh parsley, and a key ingredient, olive oil. Why olive oil? It actually stops the butter from burning, which is absolutely crucial in a hot oven.
And check this out. This is one of those little details that separates the pros from the rest of us. Ramsay insists on pureed garlic, not chopped. You know why? Because turkey meat is delicate. Big chunks of garlic would just be too strong. But when it's pureed, it basically melts into the meat, giving it this beautiful, subtle flavor. It's genius.
Okay, so how do we actually get this stuff in there? You very gently work your fingers under the skin of the breast and thighs to create a little pocket. Then you just push that amazing butter right in and massage it all over. This way, as the turkey cooks, the butter melts into the meat, not just over it. It's like basting from the inside out. And the payoff for this one little step, it's night and day. You go from a potentially dry, boring bird to one that's incredibly moist, packed with that lemony, aromatic flavor, and just falls apart. It's so tender. It's a total game changer, truly.
All right, our turkey is prepped and ready for its big moment, but we're not just gonna shove it in the oven and hope for the best. Ramsay has this brilliant two-part roasting method, and, well, it involves a shield made of bacon. Yes, you heard that right.
First things first, you're gonna hit it with a blast of high heat. We're talking 220 Celsius. That's about 425 Fahrenheit. But only for 10 minutes. The whole point here is to get that skin to start crisping up and turning that beautiful golden brown color right from the get-go. Okay, 10 minutes are up. You pull the bird out, give it a quick baste, and now for the magic. You lay strips of bacon all over the breast. This is what he calls the bacon shield. And it's not just for flavor. Ramsay says he's already thinking about the gravy at this point. It's all part of the plan.
So once that bacon shield is on, you drop the heat way down to 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. Now we're going low and slow. This gentle heat lets the turkey cook through perfectly without trying out, while that bacon just does its thing. For a 5-kilo bird, you're looking at about 2.5 hours.
You see, that bacon isn't just for looks. It's a triple threat. First, and most importantly, it protects that super lean breast meat, constantly basting it with flavor and fat. Second, that smoky goodness seeps right into the meat. And third, all those drippings are collecting in the bottom of the pan, creating an incredible foundation for our next secret.
A lot of people think gravy is, something you whip up at the last minute. For Ramsay, absolutely not. The gravy is the soul of the dish, and his whole philosophy is no waste. You use every single bit of flavor you've spent hours developing.
And the best part is, you've already done most of the work. The foundation for this incredible gravy is right there in the pan. You've got the bacon, the onions and lemon you stuffed in the cavity, those unbelievable pan drippings, even the wingtips you might have trimmed off earlier. It's all gold. And then you just build on it, layer by layer. You fry up all those goodies right in the roasting tray, scrape up all the brown bits from the bottom with some dry cider. Then you add the turkey's resting juices, which is pure liquid gold, and some chicken stock. You mash it all up to squeeze out every last drop of flavor, then strain it. What you're left with is just unreal. So we've done all this work. We've prepped, we've roasted, we've started an amazing gravy. And now for what might be the craziest but most important step of all. It involves doing absolutely nothing. This is the non-negotiable rest.
Yeah, you're reading that right. 2.5 hours. Not 15 minutes, not half an hour. 2.5 hours. I know, it sounds insane. It feels wrong. You're thinking, won't it get cold? Trust the process. There's a very powerful reason for this. And if you think that's wild, listen to this. Ramsay says when he was a young chef in Paris, they taught him to rest the turkey for as long as he cooked it. 3 hours in the oven, 3 hours resting. And his reaction? What a difference. Incredible. That's not just a tip, that's a core culinary principle learned from the best. So what's actually happening here? Think of the meat like a tense muscle. When it's in the oven, all the juices get squeezed into the very center. If you cut into it right away, all that juice just floods out onto your cutting board. But if you let it rest, the muscle fibers relax and they reabsorb all that moisture. The result is a bird that's 10 times juicier, more tender, and way easier to carve.
You put all these pieces together, the prep, the roast, the gravy, the rest, and what do you get? What Ramsay himself calls a $1 million turkey. So let's just quickly run through the 4 secrets one last time.
So let's just nail this down. 4 secrets, that's it. 1. Get that amazing flavored butter under the skin. 2. Use that 2-temperature roast with the bacon shield. 3. Use every single scrap of flavor to build an unforgettable gravy. And 4. The one everyone skips. Let it rest. Rest it for as long as you possibly can. That's the blueprint.
So that big, intimidating holiday turkey suddenly doesn't seem so scary, does it? When you understand the why behind each step, you're not just following a recipe anymore, you're using real technique. So, now that you've got the secrets, what are you going to cook?